In the rush of life, we're so quick to chase what we don't have. We live in a world that constantly tells us we're not enough, that there's always more to get, more to achieve, more to prove. The constant drive for more can feel like an endless treadmill. You keep running, but never quite arrive. But what if I told you that everything you're searching for is already within reach? That the life you dream of is not something distant or unattainable? What you focus on, what you appreciate, will naturally grow. What you appreciate, appreciates. This isn't just a feel-good phrase or a shallow cliche. It's a fundamental truth that shapes your entire existence. Take a moment and really think about this. How many days, months, even years have you spent focused on what's missing, on what you lack? And what has that done for you? Has it brought you peace, joy, or fulfillment? Or has it left you feeling more empty, more anxious, more disconnected from the beauty that's right in front of you? You see, what you focus on expands. When you focus on lack, you create more of it. When you focus on what you don't have, you become blind to the abundance already present in your life. What you appreciate appreciates. And this single truth, once internalized, can transform everything in your life. Your relationships, your sense of purpose, and your peace of mind. Think about this. When was the last time you truly paused to appreciate the things you already have? Not in passing, not out of obligation, but with real, intentional gratitude. We spend so much time chasing the next big thing that we forget the incredible wealth that already surrounds us. Look around you right now. What do you see? The roof over your head, the food you eat, the people who care about you. These aren't just conveniences, they are the foundations of a meaningful life. Yet, we so often take them for granted. We act as if these things will always be there, as if they don't require our attention or care. But here's the truth. When you start to genuinely appreciate these treasures, something miraculous happens. They begin to flourish. Your relationships deepen. The love between you and the people in your life grows stronger. Your sense of peace expands because you are no longer yearning for what you don't have. You're at peace with the wealth you've already been given. The joy you experience in life multiplies, not because the world outside of you has changed, but because you've changed. Your mindset, your perspective, your appreciation, all of it transforms what was once ordinary into something extraordinary. Appreciation shifts your entire perspective. When you truly appreciate what you have, you stop seeing the world through a lens of scarcity. Scarcity tells you there's never enough, that you're always lacking something. It traps you in a mindset of fear and inadequacy, constantly reminding you that you don't measure up. But when you practice gratitude, deep, mindful gratitude, you break free from that prison of lack. You see the abundance that already surrounds you. And abundance, like a magnet, attracts more abundance. But here's something most people misunderstand. Gratitude isn't just for the good things. It's not just for the moments when everything is going well, or when life hands you what you want. Gratitude is a lens through which you view everything, even the hard times, even the challenges. It's about recognizing the value in the simple everyday moments that we so often overlook. It's about realizing that you already possess so much more than you've acknowledged. Let me share a concept from Stoicism, amor fati, the love of fate. It's the idea that you should embrace everything that happens to you, the good, the bad, and even the mundane, with an open heart. The Stoics believe that every experience contributes to your growth, and by accepting everything that comes your way, you free yourself from resistance and suffering. Imagine that for a second, loving your fate. It's not about passively accepting whatever happens, but about understanding that every event, every challenge, every setback is shaping you into who you are meant to become. What if, instead of resisting life's challenges, you started appreciating them? What if you saw every difficulty as a chance to grow, as an opportunity to practice strength, resilience, and wisdom? This is the essence of true appreciation, not just for the easy and beautiful moments, but for the struggles as well. When you appreciate even the challenges, they lose their power to break you. They become stepping stones, not stumbling blocks. Amor fati teaches us to love our fate, to embrace every aspect of our lives, because every moment, every experience is shaping us. Here's the deeper truth. What you think about, you attract. Your thoughts are not just passive reflections of your mood, they are the architects of your reality. What you focus on is what begins to materialize in your life. If your thoughts are filled with gratitude, positivity, and abundance, you begin to attract more of those experiences into your life. But if you're focused on lack, on what's missing, you'll find yourself surrounded by more reasons to feel empty. This isn't just about positive thinking, it's about being intentional with your focus. Be conscious of what you think about. Ask yourself, what do you spend your time thinking about? Is it the things you don't have, the opportunities that slip through your fingers, the moments of pain and regret? Or do you focus on the good, the beauty, the small victories and acts of kindness that happen every day? What you focus on grows, so focus on what you want to grow. Cultivate thoughts that inspire you, that fill you with purpose, that remind you of the abundance in your life. Appreciation is the ultimate form of respect. It's acknowledging the value of something, not because it's perfect, but because it exists. When you appreciate the people in your life, they feel it. That appreciation strengthens your bond, and that value reflects back to you in deeper, more meaningful connections. When you appreciate the opportunities you've been given, those opportunities multiply. It's a cycle, a reciprocal exchange between you and the world around you. What you appreciate, appreciates. But here's something crucial. Appreciation isn't passive, it's active. It's not just about sitting back and saying, "I'm grateful." It's about living in a way that shows that gratitude. It's about how you treat the people around you, how you show up for your responsibilities, how you engage with your life. When you appreciate your life, you live differently. You stop waiting for the next big thing to make you happy and start finding joy in what's already here. And this is key. When you stop chasing, you start receiving. When you stop placing your happiness on the horizon, on the next promotion, the next relationship, the next milestone, you free yourself to experience joy right now. You stop living in the future and start appreciating the present. And when you appreciate the present, it expands. Life gives you more reasons to be grateful. Appreciation builds resilience. When things get hard, it's easy to spiral into negativity, to feel overwhelmed by what's going wrong. But when you train yourself to appreciate, even in the hard times, you shift the narrative. You find strength in the storm. The Stoics believe that every challenge serves a purpose. And when you embrace those challenges with gratitude, you unlock a new level of growth. What if every hardship was a chance to practice appreciation? What if, instead of focusing on what's lacking, you focused on what's still good, what's still possible? This is where appreciation becomes transformative. It doesn't just change how you feel, it changes how you respond to life. When you learn to appreciate what you have, even in the face of difficulty, you cultivate a mindset of resilience. You stop feeling like a victim of circumstance and start becoming the architect of your own experience. This is the power of appreciation. It shifts you from passive to active, from reactive to proactive. You realize that no matter what happens, you have the ability to find value, to find growth, to find meaning. Let's not forget, life is fleeting. The moments you have now will pass, whether you appreciate them or not. But here's the difference. When you appreciate them, they stay with you. They leave an imprint on your soul, shaping who you are. The more you appreciate, the richer your life becomes. It's not about accumulating more, it's about recognizing the wealth that's already around you. You don't need to chase happiness, it's already within you, waiting to be noticed. And here's the truth that we often forget. Every day is a gift. The fact that you woke up today, that you have another chance to live, to love, to grow, that's something worth appreciating. Life is fragile and nothing is guaranteed. So why wait? Why wait for some distant moment of perfection to feel grateful? Start now. Appreciate the moment you're in, the breath you're taking, the life you're living. Gratitude is a magnet for joy. The more you appreciate, the more joy you experience. It's not about pretending everything is perfect, but choosing to focus on what's good, even when life is difficult. It's about training your mind to see the beauty in the mundane, to find peace in the chaos, and to understand that every moment has value, even the hard ones. At the end of the day, what you appreciate appreciates, whether it's love, opportunities, time, or the simple act of being alive. The more you value what you have, the more life gives you to value. And isn't that what we're all searching for? A life rich in meaning, purpose, and joy. That life is already within your grasp. You just have to appreciate it.